Hey guys, what is up? It's Card Shuffler 99 here today. We're going to show you guys an awesome trick that Konski performed on America's Got Talent in the next day. So tomorrow we will post a variation of this trick. Before we get into it, if you guys are interested in getting some free gift cards, all you guys have to do is click the link in the description for Free My Apps. Click that link, download free apps, you guys can get free gift cards. Also, we're doing a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway for the month of October. So if you want to be entered, all you have to do is like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, notifications have to be on, and you have to comment one time on one video what do you like about our channel or that specific video. Let's go ahead and get into the trick.
All right, Robert, what we're going to do is start out by having you select a card. So go ahead, I'll riffle down, call stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there, perfect. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take your selection, in this case, the 2 of spades. And what I want you to do here, take the marker, go ahead, sign the card for me, smack dab in the middle there. Perfect. Card shuffler, you got a little C, we got a little S. That is exactly what I like to see. Now, Robert, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take your card, the 2 of spades, and we're going to go ahead and set that down off to the side right there. Now, this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to need a selection, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go through. You're going to help me out here. Call stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there. You sure?
No, one more.
One more?
There we go.
You sure?
There. Yes.
Perfect. In this case, I'm going to go here with the 7 of diamonds. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the marker myself here, and I'll go ahead, and I'm going to now sign the 7 of diamonds. What I'll do, I'll give it a quick 99.
Ooh.
All right, Robert. So you had the 2 of spades, correct?
Yes.
And I have the 7 of diamonds. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take the 7 of diamonds, and I'm going to take your card, the 2 of spades. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to take the 2 cards, and I'm going to try to line them up just perfectly. So I'm going to see if I can get that to go right now. This is really, really tough, but you can see here, if I can get this to line up just nicely, you can see there that the 2 cards actually do line up pretty nice. What I want you to do here, come on around, put your hand out for me. What I want you to do, I'm going to gently place this in your hand, and I want you to try to keep your hand still here for me, and go ahead and place your other hand on top of that. And Robert, what we're going to do here is you're going to try to apply some heat, okay? So squeeze pretty tight there. You're going to feel the cards start to warm up, and just about now, you should actually here, take it out, and you'll see that now there's only 1 card remaining, but you'll notice that your 2 cards have actually fused into 1 card. That is the trick, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we're going to get straight into the tutorial. So this is a pretty cool trick. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And anyway, this is how it's done. So you're going to need a couple things for this trick. If you didn't know, Konski performed this in the finals of America's Got Talent. He was on the show about 2013. And what you're going to need is, of course, a double facer and a double backer, okay? So that's what you're going to need for this trick. Now, for the double facer, I didn't even have a double face card. So what you can do is you can go ahead and you can take some double stick tape, just like this, and go ahead and tape 2 cards together, just like so, okay? Now, in fact, I'll even take 2 cards right now, and we can go ahead and create our double backer here. Now, keep in mind, something that's pretty important here, you're going to want to use 2 separate color cards. Now, this creates a pretty good contrast for all the selections here. So in this case, if we're using a red card and a black card, that works pretty well. Now keep in mind, I wouldn't recommend using any court cards, being the jacks, the queens, or the kings, because it's kind of hard to see the signature, but just for this tutorial, I just took that out. But once again, you do want to have a black card and a red card. It kind of separates them a little bit and makes the effect a little bit cooler, okay? So that's all you're going to need is a deck of cards, a double face card, and a double backer. Once again, if you don't have a double backer, go ahead, take 2 cards, stick them back to back, and you're ready to go. Now, I wouldn't recommend using a really good deck of cards, like if you have, an Artifice deck, if you have a Theory 11 deck, like a Monarch, or an Artisan deck or anything like that. I wouldn't recommend using it just because you're going to be taping cards together. You're going to be signing cards. So I do recommend just using a normal bicycle deck. So these are the cheapest cards out there pretty much. So that is that. Okay. Anyway, now that we're done with that setup, this is how the trick is going to start. So all you're going to do is you're going to cut, or you don't even have to cut. You can take this card. You're going to put the double backer on top of the double facer, just like so. And there's no specific order here, okay? You just need the double backer on top of the double facer. It doesn't matter which way you put it, as long as the double backer's on top. What I'm going to use, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it about halfway in, give or take. And what you can do here is if you push up just like this, you can actually grab a thumb brake just like that. And that's exactly what you're going to need going into the trick. So then you're going to transfer it into a pinky brake, okay? So once again, all I did there was I took my double backer, my double facer, okay? All you're doing is you're putting this somewhere into the middle of the deck before the trick starts, preferably towards the bottom because, you know, if people take a little bit longer to say stop, then you're ready to go. If you push in and push up on the card, you can go ahead and grab your thumb brake, but you just need a brake underneath their force card, and then you're going to grab a pinky brake. If you want, you could just basically just take the two cards just like that, put it here, and then go ahead and grab your pinky brake just like that. That's perfectly fine if you want to do it that way, okay? So anyway, just get a pinky brake and you're set to go. Anyway, this is what we're going to do is now you are going to be moving on to the second part of the trick, and basically you're going to force the first selection, okay? Now keep in mind you have a brake underneath the double face card and double backer, okay? So you don't have a brake on top of it, it's right underneath. So, you're going to go right here, you're going to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to riffle down, say stop. Wherever they say stop, you're going to lift up right here. Now you're not cutting the cards or anything, you're just going to lift up straight on the cards. From here you can go ahead and set the face down cards down. And what you're going to do is have them sign the middle of the card. It doesn't really matter. They can sign the whole card. But in this case, I'm just going to have them sign the middle. So let's go with the C and an S. Okay, so we got CS. They can sign it however they want. Now, this trick does work really well with two spectators because you are going to have two different cards signed. If you only have one spectator, that is completely fine. Just get yourself to sign one of the cards. Okay? So, now that you're in this situation, what you have is their card here. Once again, it's a double face card and a double backer. What you're doing here, you can do this one of two ways. You can immediately go for a double lift. Now, it is a little bit tough, I will tell you, trying to do a double lift when you have cards taped back to back. So what you can do is you can hold the cards back like so, grab their card off basically, and say that it needs to like dry off a little bit. While you're doing this, once again, because you can't flash this, don't want to flash that either. You could say that this needs to dry a little bit. You can go ahead, you could take this and basically get a pinky brake as you're in this position. And then you can come back down basically without flashing, put this card back on top, and do that. Now that is a little bit sketchy because there's so many places you could flash. But if you really have to do that, go ahead and, it's completely fine. You can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just go ahead and grab a brake. Now, something you can do if you have taped cards, if you don't have taped cards, it's easy. Just a simple double lift. If you do have taped cards, just feel around for where the cards are like splitting apart, and you're looking for basically two different gaps, and then you can basically get there. Anyway, you're in this position. You're going to do your double lift. Okay? Now, you don't want to just push this over, okay? Because the card is going to change, and not only that, obviously, a lot of times they're not going to notice that this card changes, but this is also going to be the card selection in the next selection, okay? So basically, this is going to be, because this is the other side of the card that they signed, okay? So once again, you're here. They sign the card, C and the S. Do a double lift. You're going to turn your wrist at the same time. What I'm doing is I'm basically peeling this off. So once again, turning my wrist, peeling this off, brushing it down the side so they don't get this this other side here. You're going to brush that down, and you're going to basically place that down. Now, this is the double backer, okay? So you're not actually placing their card down. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this whole packet and put it right underneath the packet that you set down earlier. What this does is it keeps their selection on the bottom, but now you have the other card facing out, and their signed part is basically facing up, okay? So, from here, you're going to force the second card, okay? So now this is the second selection. You're going to go through, and you're going to do this overhand Hindu shuffle. What this is, I'm just peeling cards off the top, just like so. And basically, they can say stop wherever they want, and you're just going to show them this bottom card, okay? Now that you show them the bottom card, what you're going to do here, set that down, or if you want, you can just put it like this. It's completely fine, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, now you're going to sign it, or the second spectator is going to sign it. So you can just make a bunch of scribbles, whatever you want to do. Bam, they sign this card. What you're going to do, you're going to take this one card off. Obviously, this is the card, so don't flash that. You're going to say, we have the jack here, and now you can flip this over, okay? You have the jack, and you're going to place the double backer on top of it. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to say, all right, check it out. We have the jack, and we have your 6. Now, you can do it other way. You could do it like this, jack and 6, jack and 6. But all I'm doing here is I'm taking the card, and I'm just sliding it over as I flip my hands over, okay? And that's how creates the illusion that, you know, these are just both normal backed cards, okay? From there, what you're going to do, make sure you end with this card on top, okay? You're going to take it and you're going to say, we're going to try to line it up. Really, all you're doing is you're just going to push these together, drop it, and then just literally lift up on one card. It's a very simple motion to accomplish here. You're there. It's just going to be one card, okay? And if they're taped together, you're pretty much good. So at this point, you just have to sell it. You just have to pretend like you're holding on two cards. Say you're going to line up the edges, put it in their hands, or you can do what Konski did. They put it in their mouth, and then they basically bit on each side, so it kind of heats up the card. You could have them put their hands here. You can tell them to squeeze. Honestly, the cards aren't even going to split apart. So as long as they're trying not to split it apart, they won't know. And then basically, you're left with just one card. Okay, guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And anyway, this is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.